Yo, what is going on, everyone in the XRP community? Hope you guys are having yourselves a fantastic day today. As usual, I do have a very interesting chart that I'd like to show you guys. I did see this circulating around on Twitter this morning. However, I forgot to show it on stream. But I know it's fun to look at the 15-minute chart, the 1 hour, the 4 hour. But every month or so, I really like to go on to TradingView, go to XRP to the US dollar, hit the weekly scale on log scale as well. And once a month, I really like to do that and look at the weekly and analyze the grand scheme of things of what's really going on. And I gotta say, after what I've seen today, it honestly actually is a little bit exciting, knowing how close we are to a very long-term resistance, dating back all the way to the all-time high of $3.30 in the US markets, hit $4 in the Korean and Japanese markets. Now, the thing is, though, is I'm actually time traveling. I'm in the future in 2021, and XRP has blown past its $3. No, just kidding. No, this is right here. This is the 2015-2017, the 3-year, 860-day bear market, which XRP sat at about half a penny before exploding to about 20 cents and then having to leg up to $3.30. And now this is what we are seeing today. And again, not going to make this some super long, drawn-out video for the ad revenue. It's like this is just a very quick video, just to get you guys to the point of what's going on here. So here we go. Let's do it. Basically, this seems to actually be a very large falling wedge. And now what you guys also have to understand is we are on the weekly, and essentially the rule of thumb is like the higher the time frame you go, the more reliable the charts are going to be. That's just really the way it is. So back here, oh my God, $3.56 per XRP. And that was on January 1st, 2018, and we've been in a bear market ever since. We came back down to support. We bounced up. This is when we had the second Ripple swell. Then we got listed on Binance, and oh my God, it went to freaking like 80 cents. We thought we were out of the bull market, but not quite. The market did its thing, sold off, back down to support again, trending at this 28-cent line, and then we make yet another attempt in June, July of 2019, and we reach all the way up to 55 cents. Guys, I'm not gonna lie. At that point, I thought like that was it. Like we were out of the bull market. We were coming up to this pretty major resistance dating back to September 2018. I thought if we blew past that, like that would be new all-time high was coming, but not quite. The market still had to do its thing, and it sold off, and it actually broke support, went even lower, and is going back to this lower range of this July-October 2017 support, which is kind of the range where XRP had a massive 7,000% impulse and then consolidated for a couple of months and then proceeded to have another 7,000% impulse. I think total here is like 47,000% bottom wick, no, 70,000% bottom wick to top wick, and then I think it's like 36,000% from like bottom candle close to top candle close. Pretty massive gains here. So guys, what do we have? We have a very massive, not a cob triangle, a falling wedge. Falling wedges tend to break to the upside, just like how a rising wedge tends to break to the downside. Now, what's interesting is what we learned from Pablo, who we frequently have a show TA on the stream. He hasn't been there for a while, so we gotta catch up with him someday. But as you can see in these triangular type formations, they typically tend to break to the upside or the downside when it's at least it usually does it when it's about 70% of the way until the apex. And right here, this is like the apex of the triangle. And what I want you guys to note is two things. We tried to break it again back in October 2019 before swell. We hit about 37 cents, and we literally touched that resistance. Again, market had to do its thing, and it rejected it, and it brought us back down to support. We bounced support, and we are now kind of in the middle of breaking this 24-cent resistance. And guys, look at how close we are. If we just move up maybe another 10-15% from where we are now, we could literally break out of this long-term resistance and really start making some parabolic moves to the upside and start this whole cycle again where hopefully we'll land around the area dollars. And another very exciting thing, guys, you know the halving is coming up in about less than 4 months now, I think. And Bitcoin is already starting to get the movement from it. It's already starting to get priced in. Once we're like a month away from the halving, that's when it's like fully priced in. but we're a couple months away, so the market's still playing around. And that's the thing. Bitcoin is also in a triangle, but more of a symmetrical triangle and not a falling wedge. And guess what? At the apex of this triangle, where does that land? Oh, the halving time. Literally right here is when Bitcoin is going to do its halving. So, into the triangle, it's halving time. The Chinese billionaire mining farm operations desperately need Bitcoin to go up. Therefore, they will, make it go up. Because again, Bitmain is moving into the USA, getting up a bunch of property in Texas to start mining farms. And they're going to be IPOing here in the US. So, yeah, you think they're going to gamble all that on the fact whether or not Bitcoin goes up? Yeah, they're going to make it go up. Call manipulation. It's just the way that Bitcoin works. Because for these miners, if the block reward gets cut in half, they're not making any money. They got to shut off machines. And guess what? They don't want to do that because they still got an ROI on the machines. However, for XRP, on the other hand, it's not like the halving is going to dramatically affect XRP, but it's just kind of like the halving really affects the whole market since it usually takes Bitcoin up about 2 or 3x what it was before the halving. And guess what? At the end of this falling wedge, where does that lead us? Oh, middle of May. And guess what? The halving happens to conveniently be right at that point. So before it reaches the apex of this falling wedge, it's either going to have to break to the downside or break to the upside. And with everything we know about Ripple and XRP, guys, where do you think this is really going to go? Break to the downside and go down to 5-6 cents? Or move to the upside and start breaking resistance where it really belongs because we are now live in 5 countries via on-demand liquidity. Guys, very, very exciting stuff to know. We are coming to the very end of this falling wedge. And guys, it's like we are a 1, 10, to 20% movement in a single day, and we are actually breaking resistance dating all the way back to the freaking first day of 2018. I don't want to jinx it. I'm not going to say it's going to happen. I don't even want to say I expect it to happen. I don't even want to say I believe it's going to happen, but there is definitely a chance that this could really happen. So guys, that's all I wanted to show you today. Thanks so much for tuning the video today. Make sure do smash the likes and subscribe. It does help the channel immensely. Go ahead and hit those post notifications to never miss a video or stream, and check the links in the description if you would like to support the channel. Guys, bear market not last forever. Just like incredible bull trends don't last forever, neither do the bear ones. And oh man. By the way, guys. Let's just look at a little article here from some news BTs. They posted a little thing here, and if XRP doesn't beat, but if it just, how do I say this? If it just at the very minimum repeats what it did the last one, we're looking at about a $14 XRP in the first big parabolic impulse. So guys, we are there. Look at their chart right here. We are like there, okay? It's there. We are right at the resistance line. If we can just get a quick 10, 15, 20% movement, break out of that resistance, that will seriously excite some bots and whales and speculators alike. Guys, really hoping for this one. Again, I've never been good at predicting literally any bullish movement in XRP, but this one, just keep an eye on it. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning the video today. I'll see you guys in the next one.